Hello, my friends. This is Maggie. Thank you so much for coming to see me today. Today I want to do some more work in the Orange Fall Journal. I'm really anxious to get this finished. I have some other things that I need to work on. And so far I'm really enjoying this journal. I have quite a bit of ephemera made because of hashtag Scrap Timber 2025, hashtag 50 Stack Challenge. Seems like there was 3 under 30. I made some ephemera from there, so I've got quite a few things here. I just need to kind of take inventory and see what I have and what else I like. I know I want to make another waterfall, and I may make a little piece that wraps around in the back, but we'll see. But before I get started, I do want to read God's Word from our little daily bread box. And he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, Matthew 4:6. And my presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest, Exodus 33:14. I've been reading Exodus, I finished Genesis, and it's just so interesting to read all that and to understand how God was with the Jewish people. It's really amazing. So I don't have any shout outs because this is my second video, and I was reading them twice if I was doing a video in the morning for the next day and then another one that day, but I'm not going to do that today. I just kind of want to get started in this. I don't know what will get done. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of take inventory and see what I need. Have you ever looked for a file on your computer and you know it's there, but you can't find it? Well, I'm trying to find the file for this paper. I should have another piece left of it someplace, but I haven't come across it yet. It's probably buried in some papers or in my folder that I have. I'll have to look, because I wanted to make some pockets for here, but that's just not an urgent thing. So I can come back to that. So I have this little folio that I made when I was doing the videos on the envelope folio. And this is the envelope. This was inspired by the envelope folio, but I just made it from scrap paper. So this can definitely go in here, probably in the back, and we'll need a belly band. I just fussy cut this out. I had an extra page printed out, and I thought, I can use this somewhere in here. So I printed this out. I cut it out. I have this tag and pocket set. That's finished, except I need an eyelet up there. Okay, this is my other scarecrow. I made one for the green journal. I want to make one for this one with hidden journaling space. And I've got this tag for some hidden journaling space to go into. And I've got 2 of these tags, which is good since I made 2 signatures, but they need to be finished decorating on top. So the things that need to be finished are these. And I've got this journaling card I made from that master board that I just glued book pages together and then put these little painted pods on here. I really like this, but I need to back it so it can be written on. So this needs to be finished. This is a tag and pocket set, which is finished. Here's another tag and pocket set, which is good that I have 2 because I can put one in the front, one in the back. That'll help. Okay, this is a tuck spot, which is finished. I've got my shaker card. I really like this scarecrow. This is a journaling card that's finished. Here's another journaling card. This came from Sketches, and I need to look and see what the sketch is for this week, because I love doing that. Here's a journaling card, a little one, and here's a couple of tags. So these things are finished. This is finished. It just needs a topper, and I need to put some paper in here for journaling. And then here's another little journal card that I made from my master board that I'll be using some more of that, I'm sure. Oh, here. Maybe I meant this to be a pocket and tag. And maybe that's how I'll use it. Okay, so this is almost finished. All right. So let's take these things that we've got. These are finished. They just need a home, which will be in the back of the journal. And this is a piece of ephemera that I can use at some point. Okay, so let's open her up. If you remember yesterday, I put these beads on without too much trouble. It took me 2 videos to do it, only because my little dog was just not happy at all. All right. So these are tags. Now I've said this before, I'm not one to put pockets or whatnot on every page. If, you know, somebody happens to buy this or I give it as a gift, they will, they can decorate what, you know, they can finish decorating it however they would like. Oh, I suppose maybe this could go in here. Maybe I will use this as a pocket or a tuck spot pocket. Alright, so I'm going to put this right here. I'm not going to glue things down yet because I have been known to change my mind on occasion. Okay, this is a little journaling card that can go in one of these pockets. Like that. And that's a journaling card that will need to find a home. Journaling card. Okay, here's another little pocket. Maybe I should take this one and try to find a place for it in the back. A second. I'm not one to go one for one, but I do want to keep it somewhat balanced so it's not real thick in one signature or in the front of the signature versus the back of the signature, if you know what I mean. Oh, this might be pretty on here. Well, no, that's not quite the right colors, but it might look pretty on here. Or on here. Or on here. I think I like it on here. That's going to go there. And this little tag and pocket. Could probably go in here with the orange. I think that's cute. And we could put its cohort in the back. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm having a pretty good day, I have to say. Are you too busy for there? I think the colors look pretty. Well, like I said, I'm not gluing anything down. Oh, and I love this one. I think I'm going to need to get my scraps out and make another one of these. This was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, so I've got to have the some scraps from it. But I didn't think I would like this, but as it turns out, I like it a lot. Or maybe this would look better on here. That fits good on there. Gotta find you another little home here. Let's see. As you can see, there's a lot of writing space here, which is exactly what I want. I could probably go right there. All right. And then these are tags that need pockets. And they need to be finished decorating. Oh, here. I got this top spot. I'll put this one in the front, and then I'll make something for the back pocket, the back signature. I wish you were here to help me. You could help me make some decisions. This is my Franken paper. I don't know if I want to put anything on that. This could be left for writing. This would look good on here too. I'm displacing you again. What in the world? Here, put you right in here. All right. So this is another tag. And I thought I had another one of those. I thought I did. Oh, no I don't. I'm gonna make something. All right. And this is finished. I just need to put some paper in it and a topper, so I'm gonna see if anything I've put in here so far. I think a great tuck spot for this. Great big tag. Maybe this way, but this needs to be back. This is just on my 32-pound copy paper, and this is a big tag, so I think I might do that. All right, so let's finish these 3 pieces and get a couple more pockets. I don't know if, see, I don't know why these pockets, this is from old Bob's, your Bob's your uncle papers. but they're different colors, so I don't know what's that all about. All right, let me get some scraps here. Kind of finish this off. All right, so let's see what we can do. Here's a piece of that paper, but it's definitely not enough to make 2 pockets out of. And it's going in the wrong direction. But maybe I'll use a piece of this, a couple of pieces of this as I don't know why when I made these I didn't finish decorating the top of these. I can't believe I did that. Well, I sort of kind of can too. Believe it, but I know this is going to have to be trimmed off, but that's okay. I don't mind that so much. That needs a little bit more something. Maybe it needs a piece from up here. And yes, I kind of am talking to myself. I'm so sorry. I'm so happy that I've got the beads on the back of on the spine of this journal. I think it turned out rather pretty. I'm happy with it. And I want to get some bigger beads though for this. I think 8mm beads would look better, and it'd be easier to work with for sure. Now I'm going to be really honest with y'all. I don't know if I have some viewers and subscribers who don't like to order from Temu. I had stopped ordering from Temu for a couple of reasons. It seemed like there was always a lot of talk about, you know, pirating and copycatting and all of that. And I don't want to ever offend anybody or to infringe on anything that somebody else has created and somebody's stolen. I just am so against that. I really am. But in all fairness, Temu does have a lot of sellers that participate for them. So some of these things are not really Temu brands. They just have sellers that sell them. I don't know how many individual sellers that they have, but I'm sure it's quite a bit or quite a few. And I don't know if they even try to police it or if there's a way to monitor it. I don't know. But I had some credit left with Temu, and I had heard from one of the other, from another creator that it was kind of so now you could go in and order stuff, because this is the second reason I stopped ordering from them, was that the import taxes were just way too high. I mean, to pay $30 or $40 on a $50 order, I mean, I'm just throwing figures out of my head. Those are not accurate figures. It was totally ludicrous. I would never, ever do that. So that's the second reason why I stopped ordering from Temu. But like I said, I had some credits left. I heard that you could place an order without having to pay the tariffs. I don't know. I mean, they sell a lot of things through local warehouses. So I ordered some things, and I didn't have that problem of having to pay tariffs on anything or buy things from more than one seller to meet my quota, you know, for my order. I didn't have to like buy some $30 worth from one particular seller to get free shipping, because I wouldn't do that either unless I could get free shipping on an item I didn't order. Well, I'm just playing around here. Let me get this done. So anyway, all that being said to say, I want to order some beads from Temu. I haven't done it yet. But I want to, because when I ordered beads from Temu before, I got excellent quality beads. Well, I felt they were excellent quality. I say that tongue-in-cheek because I don't know. I'm not a jewelry maker, so I don't know what would be considered excellent quality. But they seem like good quality to me, and better than the ones that I've ordered recently from Temu. I mean, from Amazon. So I want to get some 8mm beads. I have a little bit of credit left with Temu yet. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I'm going to try to order me some beads for my journals. And if that, I'm really sorry if that offends or anybody, but I don't want to get things and then not tell you where I got them from. I just don't want to do that either. So if anybody is truly offended by it and you have objections about it, please let me know. I would like to hear from you. I value your input. I've asked you things before, and I do value your input so very much. So I'm not going to be upset by what you tell me, as long as you say it in a kind way, you know. And I will listen to what you have to say about that, and then make a decision as to what I will do. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't done it yet. And I made the one order. I haven't even gotten it yet. If it's coming from local warehouses, the local warehouses must be, I don't know where they are, but they still takes forever to get here. And it wasn't much of an order, but if it really is offensive to you, some of my dear viewers and subscribers, please let me know. And like I said, let me know why it's offensive to you, and I will take that into very real consideration, because I care about you all, and I care about what you all think. And you give me good advice. At least that's been the case so far. I'm probably way where you can't even see what I'm doing. So So I think my little sweetie pie went for her 9-month checkup today. I'm very anxious to see what the doctor has to say about her. I'm sure everything's going to be just A-okay, because she's an A-okay kind of girl. She was thriving from the moment she came out of her mommy's tummy. I mean, she was 5 weeks early, but she weighed 7 pounds 7 ounces. I think it was 7, or was it 7-11? So she's been thriving, and they had to take her to the NICU because Mom was a diabetic. So they had to make sure her blood sugar's all right, because quite more often than not, infants born with moms with pretty severe diabetes, they can have a whole multitude of problems. But she went to the NICU, and even at 5 weeks early, she was perfect. That her blood sugar was fine. They gave her a bottle, and she sucked it down, or what she was expected to. I think maybe probably a couple of ounces, but she had no problems with her sucking and swallowing and breathing and all that coordination that needs to take place. And she was only there that long for them to check it, and they said, oh, she is something else. She's a beautiful baby. Her APGARs were almost perfect, which, as a neonatal nurse, having attended many, many deliveries over the course of my career, very few babies, especially babies that are 5 weeks early, get almost perfect APGAR scores. And the APGAR scores measure, in case you don't know, measure how well a baby's doing at birth. And they take them at 1 minute, 5 minutes. And then if they haven't been doing too good, they take another one at 10 minutes. But hers were perfect. No, not quite perfect, but they were almost. They very, very, very rarely just baby. We always took something off for a point off for something. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and put the eyelets in these, because if I put it off, then I'll feel like I should have done it, and it'll be a task that I won't want to do. Alright, so I'm going to try just to get these in the center. I'm going to, as close as I can. I can't guarantee anything. And see how slow I craft? I know I'm slow. Look. How long have I been on here? 28 minutes. Oh, I used the wrong side. "28 minutes," and I've collaged the tops of 2 tags. Arranged some other stuff. Maggie. If you want to finish this journal, you got to get with the program. You guys should be out there just, come on, Maggie, hurry up. That's what I need, is somebody to be hurrying me along. These eyelets are just a little bit too big for this hole. They sent a picture upstairs to me, my little dog that barks all the time, and I don't know where he's at right now. Oh, he's over by the door. He was sitting on a chair, and the baby was taking a nap, and looked like he was babysitting her, just sitting there watching her. So he really is a sweet dog. When he's not, and he even when he's barking, he's not doing it I'm not sure why. I don't know why he does it. Speaking of him. Okay, so that's got an eyelet. More. That way I can say in good conscience that these are finished. Now this hole is just a little bit too small. The eyelets are a little bit too big. Now, if I get a lot of you telling me, yeah, Maggie, don't order from Temu, you know, I will think about it. Believe me, I will. And I will do the right thing, but I think a lot of people that watch me do order from Temu. Maybe they're not having the problem with, you know, people copycatting things, but I don't think that's what it's called. What is it, pirating other people's work? Maybe they've, because I haven't ordered from Temu in a very long time. This order that I just placed with my credits is the first time that I've ordered from them in months and months and months. And you know, I don't know, I could just order from someplace and just not tell you where I get them, but I don't like to do that either, because then I feel like I'm being dishonest and not upfront with you, and I want to be as transparent and honest with y'all as I possibly can be. You know, we all make mistakes sometimes, but alright, so these will need pockets and they'll need a home, but they're done. Okay, so now let's do the scarecrow. I should maybe try to make some more pockets. Okay, so this is the tag that I like to make, that I put a little writing tablet inside the, you know, inside here. And this, probably, if you've been watching me for a while, you've probably seen this over and over and over again. And if so, I am sorry, but I like putting them in my journals. It's a nice way to add journaling space. And after I finish this journal, I am going to clean out my scraps and see what's usable and what isn't. All right, now I need to ink this first of all, and then I'll find some writing paper. To go on the inside. Oh dear. You hear somebody walking. Hopefully that'll be the end of it. He can be sound asleep. He waits for me to finish and sit down in my chair, and I do that on purpose because he likes to get up and sit with me, and he can be so relaxed and in a nice sleep, and all he has to do is hear a little sound and he's up and gone. He's totally distracted and gets into his barking. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so I just fold a piece of paper in half to make these, and I just cut it into a tag shape. You can make it any size you want. When I first started making them, they were much smaller, but you can make it any size you want. And then, like I said, just cut it into a tag shape. And when you glue it together, you're just going to glue the side and the bottom. You're going to leave the top open. So I'm just putting some glue down here. Actually, I think the last one I didn't glue the side into... Uh-oh. We may be in trouble, everybody. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, I pulled out a couple of pieces of paper to put for writing paper. Now this is glued together. Now I'm going to get my trimmer. And I'm going to chop his head off. Or just below the neck, maybe. I like to, see the reason I like to leave plenty of room for the paper down here. So maybe on this guy I'm going to have to go a little bit higher up. Okay. Sorry, Scarecrow. Okay, so I want this to be, I want my paper to be narrower, of course, so I'm going to cut my paper about 3.25 inches, because you know there's no glue on this side, but there is glue on this side, and I don't want the paper to go all the way to the side. I want it to be centered, so I think I'm going to cut it at a little bit less than 3.5. All right, so I've got 2 sheets of paper here. I'm going to get my other trimmer. Okay, so I'm going to cut my strips of paper about 3.25, or yeah, 3.25. And 3.25. And then I want them to be well, Maggie, why are you making it difficult? Just make it. So I want them to be a little over 6 inches, slightly over 6 inches. I can always trim them off if they're too long, so I'm going to cut from just a little bit beyond 6 inches. Stitch, it's too early. And here comes my monster kitty cat, trying to remind me that, Mom, it's time to eat. Where's my paper? That's the other thing I want to do. I think when I'm done with this journal, I want to take the drawers out of my card here and reorganize them. I had them all organized when I first set the card up, but now nothing is where it should be really, except for a few things. So I'm just going to staple these at the top. And then I'm going to slide this down in here. And I can kind of use the top of the scarecrow there to center it. See, there's some glue there that so yeah, there we go. And I want to make sure that this is going to slide down in here before I glue it in the top. So yeah, that goes pretty well. It's quite centered. Okay, and then I'm going to put some glue. If you can see right in here where the staples are, put some glue and then some glue on the back side. And that will secure this in there. And then I can glue the rest of the top together. Oops. And then this can just slip right down to the bottom of this tag. Well, see, I pushed it down a little bit, so I'm going to need to trim a little bit of this off. This is okay. And so there we go, our little tag goes back together. And our scarecrow looks pretty whole. I may still have to trim a little bit off the bottom, but because it's not exactly lined up. But I am going to put an eyelet. Why did I put my eyelet away? And again, this paper was made from Bob's Your Uncle. made by 7th Plaza. And I love these papers. I just keep using them and printing them off because I really like them. And I will list her channel in my description box, and you can find these papers in her, I'm not sure if it's her Ko-fi site or her Etsy shop, but I'll look. If I can link it, I will. Okay, so there we go. That's not quite straight. So I'll probably go back in and stamp some of these papers. See, it's not straight. Oh, Maggie. And then add some decoration, a little bit more decoration on the tag itself. Well, this isn't lining up just right. Oh, but it's pretty darn close. Alright, so here's our scarecrow with our hidden journaling spot. And, okay. This is going to bug the daylights out of me, so I may have to remake this, but I'm not going to do it right now. So, alright, so we finished a couple of tags. We made our hidden writing space, and we placed some things in here, not glued them in, just found them a home unless I change my mind. So I'm going to get off of here for now. I've apologized to y'all for that I sometimes craft too slow and I just rattle and anyway. Thank you guys. You're so kind to me and so forgiving. I appreciate you all so very much. I really and truly do, because you are so sweet. And I'm going to get off of here for now. And I love you all. I pray for you all every day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.